He took my Winton. Took my Winton from me. He turned my son against me.
When it comes to dating, Lori ain't got a damn thing. I got.
The Harvey family, often presented as the epitome of glamour and perfection in Hollywood, may not be as picture-perfect as Steve Harvey's public image suggests. Behind the sparkling smiles, red carpet appearances, and motivational speeches lies a web of family secrets that are now beginning to unravel. And at the center of it all is one of the most shocking and controversial claims yet. Lori Harvey, Steve's stepdaughter, has allegedly opened up about the fear and control that permeates their household. Could it be that the man who preaches about love, family values, and success has a much darker side?
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood, but one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
Lori Harvey, known for her high-profile relationships and stunning social media presence, has reportedly confided in close circles about the pressure and fear she's endured growing up in the Harvey household. And one of the most startling revelations? Lori was allegedly forced by Steve to meet with music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, despite her own hesitations. The meeting, which was initially framed as a casual introduction, reportedly took a very unsettling turn. While Lori has yet to disclose the full details of what transpired during that encounter, insiders close to her claim that she came back visibly shaken and emotionally distraught. Her attempts to address the matter were allegedly met with silence, or worse, dismissal, from her powerful stepfather.
You know, what I wanted at 21, I don't want at 25.
Right.
I don't even know her anymore. Yeah, I don't know who she is.
This isn't the first time Steve Harvey has been accused of using his influence to control those around him. Lori's revelation paints a chilling picture of a man who prioritizes his public image over the well-being of his family. According to whispers from insiders, Lori's meeting with Diddy was more than just a social introduction. It was allegedly orchestrated by Steve to further align himself with Diddy's powerful network, a move that many believe was calculated, but at what cost? Lori, who has cultivated her own image as a bold and independent woman, has reportedly spoken of the emotional toll this dynamic has taken on her. There's speculation that Steve's insistence on maintaining ties with Diddy, even in the face of swirling controversies surrounding the music mogul, has left Lori feeling betrayed and unprotected.
Didn't Diddy's son date her?
Yes! That cannot be true.
But Lori isn't the only one who has allegedly felt the weight of Steve's control. Her mother, Marjorie Harvey, is said to live under a constant cloud of fear. While Marjorie appears poised and glamorous in public, sources say that behind closed doors, she is anything but. Steve's imposing personality reportedly casts a long shadow over the household, leaving little room for dissent. Marjorie, who has had her own controversial past, including connections to individuals with criminal histories, has remained steadfastly by Steve's side. Yet, insiders suggest that her loyalty may stem less from love and more from fear of what might happen if she were to step out of line.
Let's first say that. You shouldn't feel guilty for anything.
And then there's the matter of Steve's public image, a carefully curated persona that seems to stand in stark contrast to the allegations now coming to light. Steve Harvey has built a brand around being the wise, charismatic family man. His books on relationships, his motivational talks, and his widely popular hosting gigs have cemented him as a voice of authority on personal and professional success. But if Lori's claims are true, this image is nothing more than a facade. The man who tells others how to live their best lives may in fact be controlling and manipulative behind the scenes.
It's like haters. When you get haters, you know, people's opinion of you is none of your business. I have lots of haters.
The tension between Lori and Steve has reportedly escalated in recent months, with Lori pushing back against her stepfather's influence. Sources close to the family claim that heated arguments have erupted, particularly over Steve's continued association with Diddy. Lori is said to be deeply disturbed by the allegations against the music mogul and has expressed her concerns directly to Steve. However, her concerns have allegedly been dismissed as overblown by her stepfather, who is rumored to be more concerned with maintaining his connections than addressing the discomfort of his stepdaughter.
Please, stop ignoring the red flags in your relationship and thinking you can change a man.
This growing rift has sparked rumors that Lori may be preparing to give an explosive interview where she will allegedly expose the truth about her family's inner workings. Such a move would undoubtedly send shockwaves through Hollywood and could potentially dismantle the carefully constructed public persona that Steve Harvey has spent years building. Insiders suggest that Lori's revelations could include not only her own experiences, but also insights into the power dynamics within the Harvey household, as well as the broader implications of Steve's ties to Diddy. Adding fuel to the fire are the whispers of Steve's own alleged involvement in Diddy's infamous gatherings. While there is no concrete evidence linking Steve to any wrongdoing, the very suggestion of his presence at such events has raised eyebrows. Diddy's gatherings have long been the subject of speculation and scandal, with rumors of misconduct and exploitation casting a dark shadow over his once glittering reputation. If Steve Harvey is indeed connected to these events, it could open a Pandora's box of questions about his own role and level of awareness.
Stand-up comedian, entertainer, television host, family man. But most importantly, I happen to be a man of faith.
And let's not forget the broader implications of these allegations. Steve Harvey's brand is built on trust and relatability. He's the man who tells you how to win in life, how to navigate relationships, and how to achieve success while staying true to your values. But if the allegations against him gain traction, that trust could be shattered. Fans who once saw him as a beacon of wisdom may begin to question whether they've been misled by a carefully crafted image. Lori Harvey's revelations, if true, are not just a personal matter. They could have far-reaching consequences for the Harvey family's legacy. The conflict between Lori and Steve is reportedly creating a ripple effect, with other family members being forced to take sides. Marjorie, who has always been seen as the glue holding the family together, is reportedly caught in the middle, torn between her loyalty to her husband and her desire to support her daughter.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So I love my man, but what you mean, but?
But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What does this say about the power dynamics within families in the public eye? Lori's alleged experience is a stark reminder that even in the most glamorous of households, there can be underlying issues that go unnoticed by the outside world. The Harvey family's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of prioritizing public image over personal well-being. It's a reminder that behind every picture-perfect Instagram post, there may be a much darker reality.
What's the best advice they've given you?
Just remember that you're the prize at all times.
Boom.
Best advice.
As Lori contemplates her next steps, the tension within the Harvey household shows no signs of easing. Insiders suggest that the family is bracing for impact, with some members already preparing for the potential fallout from Lori's revelations. Steve, who has always prided himself on being in control, may soon find himself in uncharted territory as his family's secrets come to light. And this is just the beginning. Lori's claims are merely the tip of the iceberg. To truly understand the full scope of what's happening within the Harvey family, we need to delve deeper into Steve's past. A past filled with allegations of manipulation, control, and conflict. How do these revelations fit into the larger pattern of behavior that has followed Steve throughout his career? And what do they mean for the family's future? Stay tuned, because the story is far from over. Let's dive deeper into the tangled web of Steve Harvey's past, where whispers of manipulation, betrayal, and control paint a picture far removed from his polished public persona. If Lori Harvey's allegations about her stepfather's domineering ways have cracked the surface, then Steve's history with his ex-wife, Mary Lee Harvey, and his feuds with fellow celebrities reveal the deeper layers of a man whose private life is anything but pristine. Buckle up, because this next chapter of the story lays bare the long-standing conflicts that have lurked in the shadow of Steve Harvey's larger-than-life career.
You know, he's a man with the power. He's in 60 markets. He's written these books. You know, he's socially connected with the programs and Disney and all these type people.
For those who may not remember, Steve Harvey's second marriage to Mary Lee Harvey was a whirlwind of drama, legal battles, and jaw-dropping accusations. The two tied the knot in 1996, and for nearly a decade they appeared to be the perfect power couple. But the cracks in their relationship became glaringly obvious during their messy divorce in 2005. Mary Lee didn't just walk away quietly, she came out swinging, making one bombshell claim after another. According to her, Steve's charm was just a mask for his manipulative and controlling tendencies. And here's where it gets even messier. Mary Lee claimed that Steve had been unfaithful to her with none other than his current wife, Marjorie Harvey. Yes, the very Marjorie who is now reportedly living in fear within the Harvey household.
Matters. And today we have an issue and a woman who is here to talk about what's really going on. I am here with Mary Harvey.
Mary Lee alleged that Steve began his relationship with Marjorie while they were still married, a claim that Steve has vehemently denied. But the timing of events certainly raises eyebrows. Let's not forget that Marjorie was by Steve's side almost immediately after his divorce from Mary Lee was finalized. Some have even speculated that Marjorie played a role in helping Steve navigate the legal battles during his split from Mary Lee, which, if true, would be a scandal in itself. Mary Lee didn't hold back in her accusations, claiming that Steve's betrayal left her financially and emotionally devastated. She even went so far as to post a series of videos online detailing how Steve allegedly left her homeless and penniless. These videos, of course, sparked a media frenzy, with fans and critics alike questioning the authenticity of Steve's squeaky clean image. But Mary Lee's claims didn't stop there. She also accused Steve of manipulating the legal system to gain full custody of their son, Winton Harvey. According to Mary Lee, Steve used his wealth and influence to stack the odds against her, leaving her with no choice but to relinquish custody. She even claimed that Steve brainwashed their son against her, further isolating her from her family. While Steve has always denied these allegations and maintained that the court's decisions were fair, the entire ordeal left a stain on his reputation that continues to resurface whenever his name is mentioned in the context of family drama.
Is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Fast forward to 2017, and Mary Lee was back in the headlines, this time filing a lawsuit against Steve for a staggering sum of money. She accused him of torture and mental anguish, alleging that his actions during and after their marriage had caused her severe emotional distress. The lawsuit claimed that Steve had essentially robbed her of her happiness, leaving her to pick up the pieces of her life while he moved on to bigger and better things. While the case was eventually dismissed, the allegations added fuel to the fire of public speculation about Steve's true character.
2 is 49.
Diddy is 49 years old.
Oh, man!
That is a 27-year difference.
And it's not just Mary Lee who has raised questions about Steve's behavior. Over the years, several celebrities have hinted at or outright accused Steve of being manipulative and self-serving. One of the most memorable feuds was with the late Bernie Mac, a fellow comedian and co-star on the original Kings of Comedy tour. Bernie was known for his raw, unfiltered humor and his ability to connect with audiences on a deeply personal level. Steve, on the other hand, was seen as more polished and mainstreamed, a fact that reportedly didn't sit well with him.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
According to multiple sources, Steve and Bernie clashed behind the scenes, with Steve allegedly feeling threatened by Bernie's rising star. Things came to a head when Bernie landed a role in the blockbuster film Ocean's 11, a part that Steve was reportedly vying for. Rumor has it that Steve attempted to sabotage Bernie's chances by bad-mouthing him to the film's producers. While Steve has denied these claims, Bernie's own statements in interviews suggest that there was indeed tension between the two. In a particularly telling moment, Bernie reportedly said, "I don't need nobody to tell me how to do my job. I've been doing this long before some people even knew what comedy was." The feud between Steve and Bernie didn't just end with professional jealousy. It reportedly bled into their personal lives as well. Friends of the late comedian have suggested that Bernie felt deeply hurt by what he perceived as Steve's betrayal, and while Bernie tragically passed away in 2008, the rumors of their feud have persisted, with fans and fellow comedians often bringing up the tension whenever Steve's name is mentioned.
But when African Americans make it and they get to the top, they try to help other people, but they don't really take care.
Adding to the list of celebrity conflicts is Steve's ongoing feud with Cat Williams, another comedian known for his sharp wit and fearless commentary. Cat has never been one to shy away from controversy, and his comments about Steve over the years have been nothing short of explosive. In a now infamous interview, Cat accused Steve of trying to undermine him in the comedy world, claiming that Steve was more interested in maintaining his own dominance than supporting other comedians. Cat didn't mince words, calling Steve a hypocrite and accusing him of being out of touch with the struggles of up-and-coming talent. Steve, for his part, has largely avoided engaging with Cat's accusations, choosing instead to focus on his own projects and appearances. But the tension between the two has been palpable, with fans often speculating about the root cause of their animosity. Some believe it stems from Steve's perceived elitism, while others think it's simply a clash of egos. Whatever the case may be, the feud has only added to the narrative of Steve as a figure who prioritizes his own success over the well-being of those around him.
Well, but the truth is, in 20 years, I've never been on a commercial audition in my life. Like, I never let my tour get sponsored when I was broke.
And then there's the matter of Steve's public image. a carefully crafted persona that has taken years to build. From his best-selling books on relationships to his motivational speeches and talk shows, Steve has positioned himself as a beacon of wisdom and inspiration. But as these allegations and conflicts continue to surface, many are beginning to question whether the man behind the microphone is as genuine as he appears. Critics argue that Steve's advice often comes off as condescending, particularly when it comes to relationships. His infamous memo to his talk show staff, in which he demanded that they not approach him in the hallways or ask him questions without scheduling a meeting, only fueled the perception of him as unapproachable and self-important.
So he said, man, that's tax evasion. You can go to prison.
Yet, despite all the drama and controversy, Steve has managed to maintain a loyal fan base. His supporters argue that he's simply a polarizing figure who isn't afraid to speak his mind. They point to his philanthropic efforts and his commitment to uplifting the Black community as evidence of his good character. But even his most ardent fans can't ignore the growing list of allegations and conflicts that seem to follow him wherever he goes. As we piece together the puzzle of Steve Harvey's life, one thing becomes clear: the man behind the public persona is far more complex and far more controversial than his carefully curated image suggests. From his tumultuous relationships to his feuds with fellow celebrities, Steve's past is riddled with moments that challenge the narrative of him as a lovable, down-to-earth family man. And with Lori Harvey reportedly preparing to share her own story, the cracks in Steve's facade may soon become impossible to ignore. So where does this leave us? Is Steve Harvey a misunderstood genius who's been unfairly targeted by those around him, or is he a master manipulator who's managed to hide his true self from the public eye? As more people come forward with their own experiences and stories, the truth about Steve Harvey may finally come to light. But for now, all we can do is watch and wait as this saga continues to unfold. And if Lori's allegations are any indication, the story is far from over.
It sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
As the Harvey family saga continues to unfold, viewers are left with more questions than answers. Could it be that Steve Harvey's public image is merely a facade, hiding a darker reality? And what does this mean for the future of the Harvey family? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Lori Harvey will go through with her explosive interview? And if so, what revelations might she bring to light? How do you think this will impact Steve Harvey's career and public perception? Leave your comments and let's discuss. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and updates. Until next time, stay tuned.